Ver.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, IEFT Talks seminerlerine hoş geldiniz. Bugün İsveç'in önde gelen üniversitelerinden Jönköping University'de akademik programları Şimdi'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayınız. Yes, Jason, the stage is yours now.
Oh, thank you very much, Zainab. Thank you for the brief, small introduction. I can also introduce myself. My name is Jasim Sheikh, and I'm working with Jönköping University. Today, the mission for us is to help you to understand what our university offers, why it makes sense for you guys to come and attend this university, and the idea is also to give you a small presentation, and after presentation, we can have Q&A session where you would be open towards asking your questions about admissions, about programs you're interested in, about English language. So we have a lot of different kind of offerings. So you'll see during that presentation. As you can see that I'm working with a Swedish university. I'm representing a Swedish university in Jönköping. Which is approximately, I think, the flight is say about 3 hours almost between Jönköping and Istanbul. And as you can see that I'm not a blonde. Maybe you are disappointed by that. I came to this country as a student by myself a long time back in perhaps 2005. So when I came to this country, I told my father that I'm going to come back in 1.5 years of my time of my education. So my father still sometimes calls me up and asks me, hey, by the way, when is your 1.5 years finishing? So why I'm telling you this is because, this country has so much to offer, not just within education, but the life, the quality, and your rights, your human rights, your social values. So there is so much to be offered that you feel protected in this society, and perhaps that is one of the reasons that you end up staying back in this country as well. But of course, it's not. It's everyone's choice wherever they want to go after this education. But one good thing is that this education is recognized all over the world. We are also recognized in Turkey. We have, the organization that gives you approval for being a university degree. I forgot the name of this organization, but we are also recognized by that. So during the presentation, let's begin with the presentation, and you will be able to see what I'm talking about. Can you guys, oh, sorry. Yes, can you guys see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the very first slide, as you can see, it says where global careers are born. Now, this might sound a very strong statement. Every university perhaps can say that. Every good university, I would say, can say that. But through our presentation, we will also give you some real-life practical examples through which you will actually see that why do we have this statement, and what are alumni, people who have already graduated from our university, what are they doing in their real life right now? And what is the quality of this education that is recognized by different international firms, international corporations, international businesses? So we will have that information in this presentation. Now, Sweden, I don't know how many of you know about this country. Generally, there is a very strong perception. Whenever I come to Turkey, I ask people about Sweden. What is the first word that comes to your head? Then I usually get one thing that is, it's very cold. It's a cold country. Yes, true, it's a cold country, but Trust me, I mean, if you look at a country, this, I mean, this is the yellow part is Sweden. It's a pretty long country. It's the third largest country in Western Europe, but we are here somewhere here. I mean, quite down in the south. So this is Copenhagen. So we are, we are quite down in the south. So people experience perhaps extreme weather up here somewhere. So so you don't have to worry about it. Our weather is very much similar to London. I don't know if you have been to London. So our weather is very much comparable with London, I would say that. Now, we have, these are just some of the pictures to show you, what this country can offer. We have beautiful lakes. We obviously get snow. You can have trips during snow time. We have student union. We'll also be talking about that. Then we have beautiful cities which are by the waterside. Jönköping is also a city which is located on the second largest lake. So Sweden is home of some of the world's most international companies and famous brands. The most innovative country in Europe, according to European Innovation Scoreboard. And if you Google Sweden on Innovation Index, you will also see that I mean it has been ranking quite high when it comes to Innovation Index. And every time I talk to different students around the world, I usually ask them a question. I mean, think about it. I mean, how does innovation happen? Innovation basically happens with the very strong research, and strong research is only enabled by very strong infrastructure of education that comes through your master's education, and that has to be connected to your bachelor's education, and that everything has to be tied together with your school education. So if you don't have a very coherent system that is connecting together all across different nodes, you cannot have innovation in the end. That's not possible. So if you see any country ranking on the top, then you should definitely understand that this country's education system, research system is state of the art. So Sweden has produced a lot of different innovations, and I think we'll also be speaking about that. And one of the pictures you see where you see a lot of chefs, I think this is a picture which is from the gala dinner hosted by the Nobel Prize ceremony. And then we have IKEA, we have fashion, we have Volvo. And one picture on the left below is pacemaker that is put inside your heart when your heart stops to pump. That's also Swedish innovation. These are some of the very exciting companies we have. We have ABB, we have Spotify, we have Scania, we have Ericsson, we have IKEA. And so most of these brands are very international, and I'm sure that you must have seen some of these brands in your home country as well, in Turkey. You might have seen their advertisement. You might have these offices and these shops like H&M and IKEA in your country. So you can see, I mean, a country with just say about 10 million population, this country has so much to offer. I mean, with very small subset of population, they have produced so much innovation, and that is very much visible. And these are just some of the examples we have put in here. Now, sustainability. I mean, this is for me. I think this is quite important to discuss, and also quite important to talk about and give you some references around this. What do I mean by this? I mean, just before I go deep into this, I would like to give you a very exciting example around my own life. I remember that when I came to this country as a student back in 2005, I was doing my master's education. And I remember that I was living in a dormitory where hundreds of other students live, right? So we have a shared kitchen. So I was, preparing my food. I had some tin jar. I have some glass jar. I had some eatables. And after my dinner, I was, about to throw everything together. And I still remember there was a girl by the name Linda. She came over to me. She said, "Hey, Johnson, what are you doing?" And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And she basically taught me a great lesson that day, that you don't throw everything together in Sweden. And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because we, recycle everything in this country, even eatables. Eatables are converted into biofuel. We recycle metal, we recycle glass, and so that was a great lesson for me. I mean, imagine you're living in a dormitory. Who cares, right? But she cared for her country. So I learned a valuable lesson that day, that, it's education is not just attending a university or going to a university. Education is also sometimes going to these first world economies and learning about the methods of people and understanding how they have become top-notch economies in the world. Why? And what makes them unique compared to the developing countries, for example. Yeah, so we spoke about some of the innovation in the beginning. I can just mention, you can also see on the screen, we have dynamite, we have ultrasound, for the innovation which is used for measuring the health of a fetus when women are pregnant. So that's also a Swedish innovation. The dialysis machine, which is used for your, cleaning your kidneys for, blood transfusion. That's also the dialysis machine is also a Swedish innovation. The zipper, the ball bearing, which is used in most of the mechanical industry, without which mechanics industry is incomplete. The adjustable wrench, the very simple but very smart innovation, I would say. Color screen graphics for computers, Tetra Pak, Spotify. I'm sure that you might be using Spotify even now for your music sharing and music listening. Equality. So this is another quite, I think, exciting slide. And what is the purpose of us bringing this slide is that I'm sure that we have, a lot of women listening to this presentation, not just for women, but for men as well. This society, this country offers great societal values, and it protects the rights for women, it protects the rights for men, and not just protects, it really gives them the highest value in rights compared to any other countries I've seen across in the world. And sometimes we joke around in this country, we say that women never mess around with women. Why? Because women have more rights in this country than men. And sometimes I actually see that. And I think it's quite good, because women can come to this country, parents could be quite satisfied, quite feel secure of sending their daughters, their loved ones, their families to come to this country and study, because you will be secure, not just from the social well-being, but also from the security point, from the health point, everything. So we, I don't know if you know this, but this guy, the golden guy, I think he should be golden guy. His name is Alfred Nobel. The Nobel Prize is named after him, and Alfred Nobel was the what do you say this? The designer, the bringing innovation of dynamite into the world. So he's renowned by that innovation. Yeah, so now exactly. So you can see Jönköping down there, as I was mentioning earlier, that we are pretty down in the south, so you don't have to worry about it. You must have heard about Gothenburg, because Gothenburg has direct connection flights with Istanbul and Ankara. And it's pretty cheap to fly over to Istanbul, and it's pretty easier because we're not too far away from each other. And Gothenburg and Jönköping together are just say about an hour. The airport is about 1 hour 10 minutes distance from Jönköping, Yeah, one other good thing I would like to mention here is that this is the epicenter of logistics. Why? Because this connects Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, and it connects Gothenburg, one of the largest hubs, the seaport hubs in Sweden, and also up here is Oslo, the capital of Norway, and down here is Copenhagen. So this connects Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Oslo and Gothenburg. I mean, the capitals on equal distances. So which is why it is the epicenter of logistics, and that is why you'll also see that we teach a lot of logistics education, and why? Because there is a huge demand of logistics people in this area. So I mean, just to give you some ideas what Jönköping is, it's beautifully situated at the juncture of three, sprawling lakes. Sandy beaches, we have sandy beaches, believe it or not, you can see in this picture. I mean, you can also, you can swim in summer, people swim, but if you're not so used to a little bit cold water, then it might be hard, but it's quite fun. Trust me, I've done that, and it's lovely. So we have different culture venues. We have a culture huset. We have this, you can see this picture, which is a sports arena where Jönköping's famous hockey team is playing against another team. And this is some of the other activities hosted by universities. I think this is a picture taken by one of the concert evenings we are having at the university. So we have beautiful waterfronts. We have 130,000 inhabitants. We have 11,000 of which are students. By CNN, we are the top 10 healthiest cities in the world. So if you're looking for health, trust me, this city offers the great value for health. And I can definitely say one thing, that once you're leaving this country, this city, you could be quite spoiled with health conscience. So which is kind of good, that you learn to take care of yourself. You learn to see what is healthy for you to lead a good, healthy life. We have 4 different schools, and this picture behind you is actually the picture of the city. This is, the white building, and the yellow one is at the university. This building, this building, this building. All of these buildings are, quite many of them are up here, are all university buildings. We have sports arena. We have 4 different schools: a business school, school of engineering, school of education, and we have school of health and welfare. Yes, I think we have touched upon that, but I can also give you some more interesting facts. We have 350 partner universities. We have 80 study programs. And I think you don't need to get into the other part so much. We have, the business school we have, it's accredited by ACSP and also ACWIS, which is EFMD ACWIS accreditation. And this is the European accreditation, and this is the American accreditation. And this is ACSB is kind of a gold standard when it comes to accreditations within business schools, and only 1% of the business schools around the world have this. So, and it's not given to you just like that. You really have to work and strive extremely hard to get these accreditations. You have to, come on certain quality standards, and those quality standards are very high. I mean, the expectations are very high. For example, what kind of facilities do we have when it comes to teaching education? How many PhD professors we have? What kind of infrastructure do we provide for students? Do we provide just academics, or do we provide them real life working experiences as well? How closely are we connected to society? And stuff like that. So how many people are graduating every year? How many people are doing PhD education? So all of this is part of getting this license, and only 1% of the business schools around the world have that. And we are very proud to say that we come in the 2% category of the business school which have double accreditation, and so that makes us quite prestigious. So if you come and study with us, and if you write that you have gone to a school that is double accredited on your CV, the best employers in the world would be able to see that, would able to value that, would able to distinguish you between the other people applying for the work. And you can see that we are ranked #1 in Europe and #3 globally in family business research. We are ranked #3 in Europe and 9 globally in entrepreneurship research. We are ranked #2 in business economics. And you can see School of Engineering offers another quite interesting state-of-the-art quality approval, which is CDIO initiated trademark. And it is a prestigious collaboration between leading engineering schools worldwide, started by MIT in USA, which is one of the best engineering schools in the world. And the idea for this accreditation is that they only give the certification to schools which are not just teaching academic engineering, but their curriculum is designed to give hands-on, real-life practical experiences during the education. So yeah, I mean, as I was just speaking about it, I can just show you some pictures that we have, practice and theory. It's very much part of the education you're going to learn at Jönköping University. And this is this is a methodology we're talking about across different schools. You would also learn about different kind of frameworks of how to really bring innovation to life, and our lot of education is embedded with not just innovation being part of it, but also sustainability and future business thinking. We also provide field visits. We not just field visits, we also provide internships. Some of the programs we offer have guaranteed internships in the program. So in fact, quite many of them have that. We have, this is one of the examples where our students do this solar challenge, which is, what do I mean by that? It's, every year, a lot of different universities across different parts of the world come together to compete, to drive a solar panel driven car. And the idea is that universities, students have to produce and manufacture those projects themselves and come and, showcase their hard work and compete and get different prizes out of that. So, and it's a very long race. It's a race for 3,000 kilometers. 3,000 kilometers. That's insane long. And the team from our school does this. And as you can see, we also have a female, two guys. The idea for putting up a picture for this was also to showcase that it's open for everyone. There is no discrimination when it comes to if you are a male or female of driving the car. So you could be a part of this team. You need to be excited about it. You need to become, give your application and become part of this challenge. This is one of the pictures you can see. Yes, sorry. We have Science Park. So what is a science park? I'm sure that you might have heard the word incubation center, incubation park, science park. There are different names that you can give to these kind of innovation-based facilities. And the idea for these kind of facilities is that they promote and not just promote, but support process and mechanism of entrepreneurship. And our university is connected with the science park. And if you have good ideas, you really want to be your own boss in future, or if you really get inspired and maybe get an idea during your education at the university, trust me, you have a great support function through Science Park where they can enable you to learn about how to open up a company, what are the rules and regulations, the tax rules, of what do you need to do, the business development part, how can you get grants, and how can you apply for different venture capital funding, etc. So all of this help is provided for free for university students. And this is great. And we have 70 different enterprises started every year by students. So approximately 1 in 10 students, approximately I would say, start up their own firm at the campus. We have exciting international environment. And I think this is also quite valuable when it comes to connectivity and also maybe for entrepreneurship. Why? Because you might end up working in a team where one person could be from Europe, one person could be from Asia, you could be, if you're part of Turkey, Africa. So imagine different cultures working together on an idea that opens doors and values to unseen heavens, I would say. So we have, I think we have spoken about it, but yes, you could also meet real companies, the HR of the real companies, human resource. We host those kind of events at the university twice a year. We have student union-led exciting trips. We also host entrepreneurship challenges at the campus. For example, if if you have an idea, so you get different days where you could be given a case study by different companies, and they would give you maybe 24 hours or 48 hours or something like that, where you will have to come up with an idea and presentation of what could be a future innovation or a future roadmap for that company. And then you get winning prizes from those companies. You get financial support, and it's a great challenge. And we have this challenge every year. We also have innovation runway, entrepreneurship runway, like runway projects where people pitch their ideas, and there's a panel who sees through the ideas and give also exciting prizes around the ideas. English is spoken by all. You can see this is perhaps all the inhabitants on the slide of Jönköping, which is only 130,000 people. And you can see perhaps me somewhere, I don't know, maybe. So yeah, so we have, let's talk about the bachelor's education and master's education, what we offer. We have international economics, we have international management, we have marketing management, we have sustainable enterprise development, we have new media design, we have sustainable supply chain management, which is a part of industrial engineering and management. We have prosthetics and orthotics. So all of these are offered in the bachelor's level. We have master's education, we have financial analysis, marketing, engineering management, we have logistics and supply chain management. Now this program is quite exciting. This is a new one we are offering this year, applied economics and data analysis. So here, economics, it's a futuristic kind of education where economics is converging and intersecting with the data part, where the AI systems come into play, the machine learning and machine information come into play. So this is quite exciting. We also offer digital business, global management, strategic entrepreneurship. We have product design, materials and manufacturing, product development, specialization in assistive technology, majors in mechanics, and also majors in prosthetics and orthotics. We have production engineering and management, AI engineering, sustainable building information management. We have specialization in assistive technology, intervention in childhood, international communication, and occupational therapy. We offer pathway education for both bachelor's or master's. Before I say this, don't worry about going through this presentation so fast, because I think I will be able to send you the PDF for our brochure, so you can have a lot of this information through that PDF brochure. And I can also send you an email with this information, so don't worry about it. Before I explain the slide, I would like to say that I understand that in Turkey, English could be a challenge. Quite oftentimes I've experienced that you don't need to worry about that part because we offer pathway education. That means that if you have a lower IELTS, because our requirement is 6.5, that if you don't get 6.5, and if you get 5 or 5.5 or 6, then we have different kind of pathways for you to enter to your bachelor's or your master's. Then we have special pathway education for business or engineering, where you might be missing some mathematics or some other stuff, just for you to be able to become compatible and eligible for that education. Yes, so we have very simplified, bachelor's admission. You need a diploma, passport copy, letter of motivation. So please don't worry about this part. You don't have to write it. I can send you this over. We are also working with the IEFT when it comes to student recruitment. So if you have any questions, you can always get in touch with them, and they can help you with all of this as well. So don't worry about this part. And this is very straightforward as well. So we have a bachelor's diploma. We require your letter of motivation. Letter of motivation is for us to, for you to motivate us that why do you think you're a good student for us to give you admissions. We will be, most probably taking an interview for, that why do you want to study here? We would like to understand your dreams, your core values, and why do you want to join Jönköping University? What would you like to become in future? So we would, so it's kind of a chit chat with you, and that also decides quite oftentimes that if you could be worthy of getting a scholarship. So this is, again, don't worry about this part. I'll send you the brochure. On the brochure, you'll have this information. The bachelor tuition is about 10 to 13,000 euros. Master's tuition is about 12 to 14,000 euros. We offer pathway summers, which is 3,100 euros, 7,700 euros, including everything. So, I mean, all of these prices, I think, make sure that you still go to the website and double check the prices. These are just approximate prices I mentioned here because the prices we have on the website are in SEK. So these are converted into euros. So we have an application fee of 100 euros. We provide 30% scholarship, and this is, I think, quite important. This is a maximum and minimum level we provide, and the idea for this is that you need to provide your motivation letter. You also need to provide your reference letters, and you need to give some kind of motivational aspirations that why do you think you are worthy of getting JU scholarship. And as I said, there are different methodologies. We also look at your academics. We also look at the interview we have conducted together. So if all of those things come to tie together and you have represented quite well of yourself, you could be awarded 30% scholarship. The cost of living is about 700 to 800 euros per month. It depends how do you want to live. If you want to share both your room and your kitchen and maybe share, your washroom with maybe one or two or other people, then the cost can also become dramatically less. So you can, think about those kind of things, and you will be given those information once you apply. This is humble me at your service. We guarantee accommodation. We provide pickup service. We contact students. We have a free health accident insurance. We provide largest exchange network. We have Swedish courses, and then there is work permit for students to when you are studying at Jönköping University or studying in Sweden, you also have a choice and a legal, permission to work in Sweden. So the normal wage rate is about, I would say, 10 to 12 euros per hour for students. That's pretty good. It's these days I've experienced that it might not be so hard for people to get work. But again, you perhaps might have to learn the basic language or something. So yeah, we have some videos to play. Maybe I can do that right now, just to be. Hi, Zainab. Can I run the video?
Sure.
Okay, so let's see if this works. Do you see the screen?
We can see the slide, but can you click on the links?
Yes. Just hold on. Can you hear and see?
No.
You cannot.
Yes, you need to open the Vimeo window.
I did open the video. Can you see now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, just hold on.
Fish adds a certain sense of.
So yeah, before I play this video, I just would like to say that this is one of our alumni talking about his life experience, his study experience at Jönköping. So I just wanted to share this video with you guys. It might be some inspiration for you to also maybe join us.
Fish adds a certain sense of ambiance to a room. There's a connection you get, like with a dog. Except the dog can come to you, you can feel its love. A fish you can't, it's distant love. So close but so far. My name is Imran Mulji. I'm born in Uganda, born to a Swedish father of Asian origin and a Kenyan mother of Ugandan origin. Went to a boarding school for 12 years, came out, worked, came to Sweden. You shouldn't take life too seriously, Things always work out. Jönköping has been a gem in my life. But there's something about Jönköping that is just like home. Something lively about this city. I love it because it's small, it's practical, makes it easier for a man to go about his business. And the students, my days, I'm telling you, it's like a family here, I mean, I have friends today who, when I'm sick, they'll be knocking at my door, Those are the kind of people in Jönköping. Once I'm done, I believe that it is very important to reinvest knowledge where it is needed. I mean, how did the Chinese get rich? So I always wanted to go into the fishing industry, especially in South Sudan. The fish there are literally dying of age because no one is fishing. Fish has got plenty of opportunity, and what makes it even better is that it is the South Sudanese staple food. Future dreams, so it'd be nice to be rich. But, as I say, I also want to fly in pony, but I can't have that as well. So try and fail, right? But don't fail to try. So that's me.
So coming back to the presentation, thank you for listening and looking at the video. Let me see if yes. So we are about to finish our presentation. This slide you see right now is dream big and make it happen. And I think this is a very exciting statement. And why did I write that statement? It's because I got really inspired by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. If you're a fan of football, which you should be because you're Turkish, I'm sure about it. And Zlatan and the beautiful Volvo he's standing behind, in front of. So this is Zlatan, and he says that I do not need a trophy to tell myself that I'm the best. Typical Zlatan saying, I would say that he doesn't need someone's appreciation, because he works so hard that he knows that he will become the best. So if you dream big, work hard, you can make it happen. That's the advice. The next step, see you in Jönköping. This is some nice design done by one of our, I think students or something. So I just put it here. It's a nice way of looking at city and the beautiful water and this sandy beach. And this is the city. This is the main city. So this is beautiful lake. And by the way, I didn't mention this. We also support a lot of sports activities, and we have a sports arena where you can play different kind of sports like basketball, volleyball. You can play badminton. You can play tennis, and you can also swim in the lake. We also provide excellent services for canoeing, if you're into canoeing, because that could be a quite expensive sport, but through Jönköping University, it's subsidized, and we have a canoeing club very nearby. So, all of this, imagine yourself studying here and doing canoeing in this lake. And we also not just do, that's not just a leisure activity. You could also take it as professionally, and you could end up competing in different competitions if you wish to. Once again, it's a great value to do that because it's quite expensive sports, but through Jönköping University, it's subsidized, and we have a lot of water to actually do that. Thank you for listening, and we will now begin with Q&A session. And thank you for staying with me for this long. Thank you. So, yes, okay. How do we do the next part now, Zainab?
Could you come to the platform?
I am on the platform right now.
Then you should see a question box at the right side of the screen.
Show sidebar. Yeah, questions, exactly. Should I click on chat or should I click on questions?
Questions, please.
Okay. Okay, good. So I see Setene Varol. Please excuse me if I haven't pronounced your name correctly. My apologies. What are the facilities for internships during our education? Yeah, so this is a very good question, actually. We have different international campuses. Our university have a campus in Thailand, have a campus in Brazil, have a campus in Mexico, and also I think we are also working in to do something in USA. So the idea for those campuses is that it provides you the opportunity to go and do your internships with Swedish companies or the local companies, and not just you're not going to do that. You will also be studying at doing your exchange education at one of the universities over there. And this is, by the way, other than your normal exchange. So it could be that you end up staying in one country for 1 semester or 2 semesters, both for your internship and also for your actual exchange semester. And what other facilities we have for internships is, we offer a lot of these programs we have. They have guaranteed us internships, part of the whole curriculum. So you basically cannot escape that. You actually have to go through that. Everyone has to go through that. And schools have a great network that come and help you finding those internships. And I think that's a great value added when you do your education. And quite often what happens is that if you have been really good in doing your internship, you quite often can get a thesis from that firm. And sometimes those kind of things can lead towards actual jobs in future. So that's really good. The next question, do you offer pre-sessional English? Yes, we do. We did mention during our presentation, we have pathway education. So, I mean, but you know, it's not like that you can just come into that. You still have to give IELTS or TOEFL for us to really see what level of English you have. And we cannot take anyone less than 5 IELTS. So, and we also take TOEFL and other kind of things, and all of those requirements are on the website, so you can see that. And we will be sending you the brochure and some other information with email as well, so don't worry about it. So let me see, how long can international students stay in Sweden after? Yeah, this is another very good question. I think I forgot to mention this during the presentation. You know, now Sweden has this new rule that allows you to be in the country for 1 extra year after your education. So, which means that, you know, this is a little bit complicated to understand, but also very simple to understand on the same side. I mean, you're allowed to work during your education, but when you're working during your education, you're working on your study residence permit, right? So which means that you might be working on a real work that could be converted into real work permit, so that can make you move your study residence permit to work residence permit. That's possible. However, other than that, we also offer you 1 year to stay back in the country after education to find work. And that time is, I think, reasonably enough for you to find work. And we have a lot of different opportunities. And if I were you, as I said, you know, Sweden's a very, very strong economy. It is one of the most innovative countries in the world. So if I were you, I would do some of this research, and then you'll see that, you know, there is a lot of job opportunities required by these firms because they are continuously growing, and Swedish economy is continuously growing, and which means that they always need new human resource, new workforce. How are job opportunities in the software industry in the city? Gisman is asking, so I can say that we, you know, this is with you know, I'm quite certain about this because a lot of my students who have come from Asia, especially, they were able to find work during their education, especially people who are doing AI engineering and people who are doing software engineering. You know, so a lot of engineering gets, you know, quite easy access to the market, because in those kind of jobs, you quite often perhaps do not require the Swedish language. And even though the work and the main second language is English language, but yet sometimes you might be required to have the Swedish knowledge, especially when you are working in business education or sales, specifically related to Sweden. But if you find business development or sales or some other opportunities in the international role, so quite often companies are quite open-minded and offer people even work without the Swedish language. I see Ida is also asking about career opportunities. So I'm sure, Ida, you must have listened to what I said. Great opportunities. We have, I mean, I can just mention this, that our students are working with Google, our students are working with Yahoo, P&G, IKEA, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, you know, H&M. So we have a lot of our alumni working with great firms, KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers. So they don't only become consultants, but they become top-level executives in different firms. And that is also quite important. Why? Because what happens is that if you become a student at our university, which means that after your education, you also get the access to our alumni portal, which means all of the students who have graduated, who are working in different places, are part of that portal. So you could be part and connecting with them. And sometimes just this kind of connection is enough for them to open up a door for you for the interview at those firms. So that's a great opportunity. And not just that, as I said, our students are also quite dynamic. They are quite entrepreneurial. Many of them would like to lead their own paths. They would like to find their own path. So we have entrepreneurship, and after your education, you can also stay back in the country if you register your own company. So you can apply for staying back in the country based on your own work as well, not just work provided by the others, but your own work. So that also gives you the permission to stay back in the country. That provided, yes, we do. Fiza Yalcin is asking, do you have party companies that provide? Yes, we do. What is the requirement for the application for the master degree? In the presentation, we spoke about it. I mean, if you look at our website, you will see that each program we offer, you will find within the web page of that program, we have a section called Facts and Figures. And in those, you will see that there's a section called Requirements. And in the requirements, it's quite easy for you to read. And sometimes we might need a specific requirement on your part, like you must have minimum business or minimum engineering or maths or statistics, stuff like that. So please go and read that. And that's it. If you see that your degree fulfills the requirements, so please feel free to apply for that. And before making an application, you're also open towards getting in touch with me. I leave my details, both my mobile and also my email. So please try to get in touch by email. But if something really is important, so I don't mind, you can get in touch with me. I would be happy to talk to you. And also you can get local help through IEFT. I think their organization also works with us to help to get students for us. So you can also get in touch with them, and they can do that. Okay, so is it possible to transfer to Jönköping University from a Turkish university? Yes, it is. But Ida, how does it work is, it might not be a straightforward answer, but you still make a new application to begin from the start. But once you become a student at the university, you should bring all of the academics you have already done. And not just that, you need to provide course curriculum for that. And then you will book a meeting with the academic registrar officer, and that person is going to work with you and see what are the courses that you have already done are similar to the courses you're going to study now. And that happens during the first semester. So, and quite often, if it's very similar to what you're going to study, it shouldn't be a problem to get those exemptions. I've seen a lot of students getting that. Are there any discount for tuition fee? Yes, Mustafa, we offer 30% scholarship, and that's the maximum and minimum level. It's a straightforward scholarship based on your academics, your perhaps interview, your motivation letter, your recommendation letter. So it's a combination of different things. 30% on your tuition cost. I'm from European Union member countries. I live in Istanbul. When I apply to your school, yes, if you are an EU national at the time of you making an application and at the time when you begin your education, if you are an EU national, you will be exempted of the fee. So you don't have to provide pay fee if you're an EU national. Yes, I mean, I don't know, excuse me. So we have, maybe you're talking about the university admissions, because when you apply in Sweden, there are two different kind of methods. One method is a generic method, which is, making an application through university admissions, but which is a portal which allows you to select other universities, and but we also have a local admissions, which is open until 2nd of May or 1st of May, I think, 2nd of May, and that is pretty long. So you have a lot of time until 2nd of May to make an application, but please make sure that you make your application soonest. Why? Because we have this first come, first served basis kind of, so a lot of seats are filling in. So the sooner the better, and also better for you to make an application for scholarship, because the deadline for scholarship application is 15th of April. So, but you still have a chance to apply after 15th of April, but not for scholarship, but for the program only. We had 160. My university. Okay, so that's fine. As long as you have a 4 years education, that should not be a problem, Mustafa. As long as you have an accredited education, we do take in all kind of curriculum from all over the world, so you don't need to worry about that part. Just go and read about the requirements for the program you want to read and study. And I will leave my contact details, and exactly. So let's see. Do international students have state health insurance? Yes. Again, I did mention this during the presentation. You don't need a private insurance when you come to Sweden, especially as an international student. We cover the international students for your insurance. So that is excellent. You don't have to buy for it, and it's a very comprehensive. It's kind of a really good. And then we also have in-house health facility, so where we have a nurse. If you have some issues, health issues, or any kind of issues related to your life, we have also counselors. You can come and book your meeting and talk to them, and they can give you, they can guide you the path forward. So yeah, I think I have given answers to all of those questions, right, Zainab?
Actually, we have 5 new questions above. If you can see those and answer it quickly, that would be perfect.
I don't see those. Okay. Oh, so they come on the top. Okay. Sorry. Now I see. Can we contact you or any other? Yes, you can. Ismail, you can do that. I'm happy to do that. I might have missed. I want to ask Gizem's question again. How are job opportunities in the software industry in the city? Pinar, yes, we have. Especially when it comes to software, I think. Sweden is quite highly ranked when it comes to exporting software. We have an extremely strong gaming industry in this country that exports a lot of gamings around the world. So there's insane kind of demand because especially a lot of industries like Volvo, Ericsson, they're moving towards AI. And so that creates a whole vacuum of space of the job opportunities in software industry. And this is by far, I think, one of the best categories to find work in Sweden, in my experience, because I've seen people, even without finishing their education, they quite often get excellent offers. I did my IELTS. So yes, it's no issue. Even if you did your IELTS back in 2011, we can still look at it. We can still honor it. So that's a very good question, Mohammed Zahid. So, but we cannot do that with TOEFL. So we can only do this with IELTS because we can still go back in the system and verify this. In TOEFL, we cannot do that. So unfortunately, TOEFL doesn't have to be older than 5 years or something, but please check that rule. I'm just saying this off my head. I might be wrong or off, plus or minus. Leila is asking, when I apply a postgrad program, university offers campus work or internships for any course? Yes, we do offer internships. We have campus work. You can perhaps find some kind of campus work if you become, part of the student union, or you become part of different kind of committees at school. So you also get the opportunity for doing that, and it's open for everyone to apply. You can be contesting elections for becoming the president of the student union. So, so there are different kind of opportunities at campus, and also we offer guaranteed internships on a lot of different courses and programs we are offering. After finishing your school, you can stay back in the country for 1 year. Kamogilo Magane is asking about, thank you for that. Please advise if one can also have a full-time job while parking. Well, this is, I mean, you know, practically speaking, it might not be possible, but legally speaking, you're allowed to do that. So that's a very simple question. So you also, you know, if you also have to think about how to find a balance between your work and your education. And if your work is hampering your education, that's not good, because the mission should be education, because after doing this, you can get really high this. So, you know, you need to find a balance somewhere. But legally, it's, you know, there is no limit for time hours, basically. What are the facilities? Yes, I think we have already spoken about it. So let's see if new questions have come in. Do I need to upload SOP or CV to upload for bachelor admissions? Yes. I mean, for us, SOP is like motivation letter. So you need to upload a motivation letter, and it's not just you; it's everyone who applies for any kind of education. They have to upload you know, their motivation letter. We don't require CV. So, but if you want to do that, it's okay, but we don't require it.
All right, Jasim, you answered all of the questions.
Yes.
Could you please share your email on chat box, please?
Yes,
So
I'm going to do that right now and say something nice. I'm going to say something nice. aws.c. And I'm also going to give my mobile number, 76756639. Let's say this is WhatsApp. Connect me on here as well if you wish to do that. I would be happy to help you with any of the questions. And Zainab, you could also perhaps give email addresses for the you know, for Global Vision, so that students can also get in touch with them if they have any other queries or they would like to make an application, something like that.
Actually, I have to check with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. You can check with, you know, what do you say? This Selime. Maybe you can talk to Selime about it.
Yes, thank you very much, Jason, for your presentation. We believe it was a very informational webinar for the attendees.
Yes.
And also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well.
Yes, sure. I could also say my thank you note before you say it, or should I say it in the end? How should we do it?
At the end.
Okay, okay, great.
Okay. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Jönköping University ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Cesim'in paylaştığı e-mail adresi ve telefon numarasından iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Ve size ayrıca altıdaki webinarımıza da davet etmek isteriz. Yes, Cesim, do you have anything before we wrap up?
Yes, I would just like to say that, you know, we are virtually connected. I don't see you guys, I don't hear you guys, but, you know, I'm always here for you guys. I wish we have had different times when we are able to see each other. Please keep safe during these times. These are tough times. You know, take care of yourself, take care of your families. And I really hope that I see you in Jönköping and we could, you know, serve as a platform for your great career. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.